block out the noise. Take a step back. What do you see? This Bitcoin weekly picture hasn't changed. There is a lot of talk on social media that things are going badly or that it's over, but the weekly chart hasn't changed at all. The trend stays the same. In markets, things take time, but people have a hard time understanding this. I made these predictions. The standard parabola said we would reach 90,000. People always ask me, Kev, where's 90,000? When I make a film. Where are the 90,000? Like it could happen right now. It won't happen right away. It takes time. From base 1 to base 2, it took from the beginning of 2023 to September of that year. Now, exponential trends speed up. But it takes a little less than 6 months to go back to the beginning. From the start of 2024 to now, that's base 4. Let's talk about months. The RSI for the week is sending us a very clear message. We're on the rise. It looks like the weekly RSI is about to make a higher low, and then we would just bounce off the RSI trend line. If that really does happen, it could be the start of our next big parabolic rise. And the monthly picture for Bitcoin looks great. This map looks really, really good. There's nothing wrong. The stock market looks great, even the SP 500. People say on social media that it's over or done whenever the price goes down by a small amount. You can see that none of those posts or comments make sense when you look at the bigger picture. So I want you all to just look out. When someone says something like that, zoom out and listen to it for yourself. On Twitter yesterday, I also talked about the inverse head and shoulders pattern and how we might be seeing a possible higher low here. This would put Bitcoin's recent price action on the daily chart in a possible bottom zone. A low, a lower low, a higher low, and a possible shift in pace where demand is going down. Then there's a rise in demand, which means the trend is changing. The markets are moving around a bit today. Some alternative coins are up today, as you can see. If we look at CoinGecko, we can see that many things have turned green again in the last day. For the past 7 days, mostly the last week, a lot of things have gone back to being green. And people want to know why. Why is everyone so sure of themselves today? So this thing happened yesterday. It was shared on social media. I wrote on Twitter. In this video, Donald Trump talks about his views on crypto. This is not me talking about my political views. I don't want to say what I think. He says he's okay with it in this video though. He knows a lot about crypto. He's not too set against it. Crypto is leaving the US because people don't like it there. That's right. What are you going to do to stop it? We need to let them be here if we want to accept it. That's fine with me. I want to check that it's good and strong and everything, but I'm okay with it. What makes this bullish? He is currently ahead of everyone else in the polls. He's the best. Right now, the most likely candidate to win the race. It looks like the person most likely to win is now someone who supports crypto or is at least good with it. This is great. It's good news. That's why it's good. It will make you feel better whether you like him or not. It's just the way it is. Right now, we're just sitting at the bottom of the wave, getting ready for the last leg up in this trend, not the cycle to the sell point in this trend. It's likely that the overall cycle will last a lot longer and it will keep going to higher peaks. But we're focusing on this trend right now. I have no reason to think that anything has changed. Even the altcoin market cap, which is made up of 3 coins, is set up the same way it was in 2021. Take a look, it's the same. We have the smaller high price, which builds up over time. We broke through that zone of resistance that had been there for more than a year. Let me try to break through that lower high. Take a look at where we are now. The market capitalization of altcoins is still the same. Take a look at the altcoin market cap. There are 3 of them, and see how long it was between the lower high and the rise of that lower high. It was 140 weeks. 140. Let's look at the current picture. It's been 110 weeks since the lower high point. It's 110 weeks now. At 140 and 110, we're doing pretty well. It would take 123 weeks to go from this rising line to the breakout. This means that the altcoins would be breaking out of that lower high faster than the last cycle. So when you do your research, you need to keep time in mind. The other coins didn't really take off until Bitcoin hit a new all-time high. It did not touch the all-time high it was cleared above. Closed every week is still going on. The altcoins need to stay above their all-time high in order to see a big moonshot. And that's what Bitcoin users want to see. Bitcoin needs to break through the all-time high. Guys, touching it isn't enough. So you need to be calm and keep time in mind. It is important to keep in mind that both Bitcoin and the altcoins are on the rise. We just need a little more faith where we are now. Now let's look at the Bitcoin daily chart. This shows the beginnings of what could be an inverted head and shoulders shape. The left shoulder head and maybe even the right shoulder are forming right now. The daily RSI is also breaking out at the same time. The daily RSI has already broken out, and it is now trying the resistance again as new support. If we can close this daily green, the RSI will have broken out. That would mean a higher low within an inverted head and shoulders pattern, which is forming right now and could be a sign of a reversal. People were really confused about how Bitcoin was going to reach its new high point in February, when it went on a huge run to new heights. It wouldn't be too surprising if Bitcoin went up to 90,000 if something like this happened after it broke this trend. After a slowdown, it would just kind of keep going. Also, you may have noticed that I use Kraken Pro a lot. It's the company that sponsors this channel. I'm going to show you a video clip I made about their new right-click trading tool. I hope you all like it, and I'll see you in the next film. Welcome to Kraken Pro, where you can trade smarter and faster with just a right click. It's never been easier to set limit and stop orders with the new right-click trading tool. Watch this movie to learn how to trade more efficiently, avoid mistakes, and make better choices right from the chart. To trade crypto, you need to be quick, accurate, and careful about how you handle risks. That's why the new right-click tool in Kraken Pro lets you set stop and limit orders right from the chart. You don't have to leave the page or put order information by hand anymore. Simply click and point. Since your orders are shown right on the chart, it's easier to make sure they match up with your market research. Let's say you're trading Bitcoin to USD and you think there will be a rise. You can put in a smart limit buy order at support and a stop order just above the point where the price broke out. If you trade with right-click, you can do all of those things without leaving the chart. When you use the right-click trading tool along with the order form previews, you can edit and change your orders by dragging and dropping them on the chart. Together, this function and the advanced price alerts keep you up to date on how the market is changing, so you can adapt and act right away. It's time to take smart trading to a whole new level with Kraken Pro. To improve your tactics, use chart-based order placement and price alerts. But keep in mind that the crypto markets can change at any time. Always trade in a smart way. Kraken Pro is the company that brought you this movie. Don't forget to follow Kraken Pro on Twitter to get the latest news. See you in the next film.